Hi. Well, it's Christina again. And, well, I know I've talked to you so much about health, beauty, exercise, eating well, makeup, hair, all those things that are a vital part of our life as we've got older. However, I've learned recently of something, I guess I kind of knew about it, but not really, but it seems to become rather topical. It's called circadian rhythm. What is that? Well, it's the essential part of light for our brains, light for our energy, light to make us feel better, light to make us sleep better. All the things that you kind of know you should do, but you just kind of take for granted. And somehow I decided that I needed to look into this a bit more. Thinking about my life, my health, my energy, all those things are vital. If I didn't feel good most of the time, I would be upset and distressed, which I'm sure many of us always are. But in a way, a circadian rhythm is all about looking outside, getting the light, but getting the light early in the morning. So you don't wake up necessarily late. And you go to bed at a certain hour. Say you go to bed at 11, then maybe you wake up about 7. But you'll sleep better that way too. And you don't want distractions of lights. You don't want a light on in the bedroom. You don't want the light from the TV. You don't want a clock. It has to be quiet. It has to be dark. I think what happens is worse for people when they live near a highway or something like that, where they've got distractions all the time. Now, I know that we can't always be sure that we haven't got distractions, but it's vital for us to try and keep that circadian clock going. Circadian clock helps all your cells, keeps everything is regulated in your body. Can you believe that? I mean, I didn't actually know that, and I've read so much about health in my life. The essential part of drinking water, how many times have I said, oh, drink water? But it becomes even more important when you're thinking about the circadian rhythm. It's a rhythm that tells you get out and get going and keep your eyes as best you can on light. Now, I know that sometimes it's dark outside and you think, well, it's gloomy, but never mind. There is better light than being inside. There's nothing worse, for example, than fluorescent light. You ever go into a hospital, that's all you see is fluorescent lights everywhere, and they're draining. And also people get sicker almost in hospitals because they don't get light, they've got noise, and that is a constant distraction when you don't feel well. So some of them, I did make some notes here because I couldn't really remember absolutely everything. It was quite a lot, even though I kind of digested it and sort of understood most of it. It's, as I said, you got to have the light during the day. You got to have the darkness at night. And sometimes there's even things like blue tinted glasses to watch the television. That's kind of another thing that's become a bit of a hot topic. I do have them, but I find that because of my eyesight not being so sharp anymore, that seems to take away the definition of the television. But it's a thought to consider anyway. So I guess, what else am I saying? When you wake up, for example, your immune system and cells are ready to start going. And any damage that's generally been done apparently works at night, hence the reason to try and sleep well and not to be interrupted. Shift workers in hospitals, God, in hospitals, in factories, in everything, it's so hard for them because they never get the light. Now, light seems to become such an important ingredient in our life that we almost accept it. And you know how easy, I suppose, to stay in as you get older. And I think particularly probably through COVID, we all stayed in more. You had such warnings all the time, not to go out, not to do this and not to do that. And, you know, like that. Okay, sometimes you saw people with masks and sunglasses on. Well, not really, in retrospect, such a good idea. So what else am I saying? Noise at night, we've covered that one. Keep moving, and you know, all of this will help you. And also, you know, what I was listening to as well was that the circadian rhythm affects the brain, affects the retina. So if the retina is affected, it affects the brain. And you know me and eyesight, that's another of my sagas, which is forever going on. But I guess what I want to say is it's another thing to think about. It's another area not to be it's an easy one, this, right? Light, daylight. It's not that hard, it's not such a hard thing to do. And you're just gonna feel better to be out. And if you're out, you have to walk. And if you're walking, you know you're stimulating your body. So you're stimulating all the cells, everything, to work better. So I don't know, what more can I say on that? We talk about food, but maybe I'll talk about food more. But I just feel like this was such an important ingredient, circadian rhythm. You can also look it up. But I mean, most of the things I've said here is pretty, how can I say, pretty brief. I haven't gone into all the science behind it, which I have read and reread, because if you don't read it more than once, you kind of like, it doesn't filter in enough. So there we are. That's what I'm saying for now. Light, vital. Moving, vital. I think if you move more, you feel happier. And there's no question, as you get older, things are not easy anymore. So everything's harder. So as it's harder, this is a kind of simple, easy one for us to do, right? The daylight. So in the morning, if there's curtains, you're going to draw them. And even if it's not that bright outside, or put a chair and read your newspaper, if you do read a newspaper, or if you can sit watching a TV still with the light facing you. So just think about all that. I know it seems the kind of weird one to talk about, but I kind of really interested in it, and I thought it was super simple and something I just wanted to have you mention. So have me mention to you. Okay, so it's Christina again. I do have an Instagram account now. How about that? My daughter-in-law put it up. So it's Senior Beauty My Way with Christina. So you can find me on all kinds of pictures and things she posts. I don't, because I don't know how to do that, as so many things we don't know how to do. But the YouTube, I just want you to support me. And, you know, all those things that help me, hopefully help you. So it's bye for now, and I'll be back very soon. Thank you so much.